Can somebody get me the Sports Illustrated issue, the butt-slapping edition? Yeah, where it's just the pro athletes slapping each other's butts. It usually came out a month after the swimsuit issue. After this episode, it's gonna be a collector's item, and Daddy want it. Welcome back to Odd Man Sports. I'm your host, Brandon Perna. I'm also the host of That's Good Sports, which, unlike the title of this show, lies to you about being good. So make sure you subscribe here to the Gameday YouTube channel if you fancy seeing me talk about some sports news other than just football. Now, the NFL draft is or was on Thursday, and depending on when you're watching this episode, hopefully, one of the great sports questions of our time may finally have been answered. What exactly do tennis superstar Serena Williams and her husband, Alexis Ohanian, the founder of Reddit, talk about? Some things we will be talking about on this week's show: Jameis Winston's past, Rob Gronkowski's present, and an NBA rule change that could save the future of the league. Swish. Dinks and Dunks. Well, last Thursday was Earth Day, and much to Kyle Shanahan's disappointment, it didn't implode and kill us all. And this Thursday is Unearth Day, the annual event that coincides with the NFL draft, in which bored people comb through draftees' old tweets in hopes of digging up something problematic he said in middle school. Don't you mean you really enjoyed Crazy Rich Asian Americans, Najee Harris? As for the actual draft, unlike me, you may know who the Niners picked, who the Falcons picked, and if the Patriots traded up for Justin Fields. Whereas the only 3 draft-related things I know for sure are: 1, rock, paper, scissors is a bad way to evaluate prospects. 2, Kyle Shanahan sure has a lot of trouble keeping 2 thoughts in his head at the same time.
Can you say with certainty that Jimmy Garoppolo will be on the roster on Sunday? And also, why is it, as you know, even quarterback selected with the top 3 pick, it's kind of a 50-50 proposition.
Sorry, those are so long. I forgot your first question. What was it?
Our first question.
I can't guarantee that anybody in the world will be alive Sunday, so I can't guarantee who will be on our roster on Sunday. So that goes for all of us. Second of all, now I've already forgot your second one. What was it?
And the third draft-related thing I know: Sean McVay should have never given Rebel Wilson final cut of the Rams Draft House promo.
There's so much going on at the Rams Draft House, but let me show you where the real magic happens. Hey guys! That is the wrong room.
In college basketball news, Portland State introduced their new men's basketball coach, Jace Coburn, last week. And the new coach made some eye-opening statements in his introductory press conference.
I don't eat breakfast in the morning so I can come to work hungry. So when I get to lunch, I'm hungry.
I think they also just call that intermittent fasting. But that wasn't the funniest part, because Coburn, who apparently drives a 2003 Chevy Tahoe, also said this.
It doesn't have AC, and it doesn't have heat. And the reason I do that is so I can practice my mental toughness during the winter when it's cold, and I can practice my mental toughness during the summer when it's hot. That's the type of person I am.
During rainstorms, I open the sunroof all the way so I can practice my mental toughness while being drenched to my core. I also cut my own brakes. That's just the kind of person I am. Honestly, I'm shocked this guy's not a football coach. Now, last Wednesday, the Cleveland PD, which stands for Police Department, released body cam footage of the March arrest of Saints corner Marshawn Lattimore, during which officers found a Smith & Wesson tucked into the defensive back's waistband. So here's a quick multiple choice. Upon finding the gun, did the officer say, A, the waistband is a potentially hazardous place for a gun, B, the holstering of firearms is of paramount importance, or C, you're going to shoot your dick off.
You need to shoot your dick off.
Excuse me, officer, but I think the technical term for that is plaxicoing. Meanwhile, Lattimore's teammate, Jameis Winston, gave a motivational speech to a group of Florida State football campers, which included this interesting quote.
Right? I went from being a number 1 draft pick to being everybody laugh at me.
Now, I personally remember people being critical of Jameis Winston and his turnover rate during his last year in Tampa, but were people actually laughing at the former number 1 overall draft pick? That part I don't remember. Oh, yeah, I guess we were laughing at him. And finally, a Peoria man bowled a perfect game using a ball that contained his father's ashes. Ashes, ashes. Oh, they all fall down! They all fall down! Now this actually inspired me to honor my late dad by using his ashes for the perfect sports joke. This one's for you, Pop Pop. What do Tom Brady and Ronda Rousey have in common? Neither can last a minute with the Brazilian woman. Money talks. This week, the NFL approved a new rule that relaxes jersey number restrictions, which received a lot of attention from players, including Tom Brady, who called the new rule dumb and asked, why not have everyone wear the same number? Gee, Tom, but what number would everyone wear? What received less attention, however, was the fine print, which stipulates that if a player requests a change, and there is existing inventory of unsold jerseys with his current number, the player must purchase the unsold jerseys before the change happens. Which is just cruel. I wouldn't advise any player to buy up his old jersey stock to make a change to a new, sexier number. With one notable exception, Gronk. As everyone and their mother knows, Gronk has been crowbarring 69 into every conversation since he came into the league.
One more, I got 69 touchdowns, if you know what I mean.
Like TB12 and CP3, I fully expect Rob Gronkowski, under the new rules, to become Gronk 69. As well he should. The Gronkowski 69 will immediately become the number 1 selling jersey in the NFL, and it will cement his brand as party boy numero uno as he transitions from football player to full-time wet t-shirt contest judge. Of course, there's one person who would interrupt our Gronk 69 fantasy. Thomas Brady, who at this point in his career probably doesn't want to retrain his concussed brain to remember that 69 is his go-to third down guy and not an ineligible lineman rumbling down the field. And to that slight inconvenience I say, this isn't about you, Tommy boy. This is about celebrating the most ridiculous football player of our lifetime and the most ridiculous thing two people can do together. If anyone understands the importance of branding, it's TB12. A man willing to slap his logo on anything other than a cheeseburger. And the Gronk 69 brand will provide a windfall of cash for Gronk and all those dopey brothers. As well it should. Gronk, more than anyone, has sacrificed his body to help Brady win 4 of his rings. And I can't think of a better way Brady can thank him than covering the cost of the switch from 87 to 69. Actually, I can think of one better way. but it's probably too ridiculous. On, man, out. NBA ratings are at an all-time or 20-year low, with many basketball fans having soured on the modern game that at times can feel like a carnival-esque game of threes and layups. To illustrate the evaporation of the mid-range game, check out this startling Kirk Goldsberry's shot chart of the 2021 season. Wow, what a shot chart! Crazy, but my plan to fix the NBA involves the elimination of a different kind of mid-range shot. That's right, I'm calling on an NBA moratorium of the slapping of butts, tuchuses, behinds, heinies, cheeks. Now I know what you're thinking, slapping man-ass is a part of all American sports. The NFL, the MLB. Heck, in baseball, the reward for hitting a homer is a firm handshake from your third base coach and a slap on the butt. But it's the NBA where all of this backside hand checking has gone too far. Like most things, it began innocently enough. Kobe patting Steph's backside after he hit a three in Mamba's face. But not surprisingly, some guys take it the wrong way, like Donovan Mitchell here.
I'm telling you right now, basketball fans.
And next thing you know, things escalate. And all of a sudden, the refs are ejecting guys like Tristan Thompson for flagrant use of hands.
Oh, so that right there.
Yep.
Eventually, the players get the memo. Oh, you won't let us grab our opponents' butts? Then we'll slap the referees.
Strongest Mark Henry in the paint. Ain't that right, ref?
And now the refs, because they're human too, want to get in on the action and press some flesh.
Bobby dinner first. Come on, that's running down.
Now I know what you're thinking. A league full of super toned athletes using every opportunity to grab a hunk of man-ass? Where's the real harm in that? How can you not do it, really? Well, you have to put an end to it before someone gets hurt, which easily could have happened with Kyle Lowry here.
And the Raptors lead the series.
Now, normalizing all of this butt stuff in basketball actually has real-life implications. Just ask Bowling Green men's basketball coach Chris Jans, who probably hasn't gone a day in his professional life without slapping another man's backside. All of a sudden, Chris is at the bar, Sir Mix-a-Lot is playing, the vodka tonics are flying, and this is what happens. This butt slap led to Jan's firing, and rightly so. You can't just go around slapping people's butts whenever the urge strikes you. But I also understand why he was a little confused. And my solution is something just a little more romantic, a little more classy. French kissing. Let's bring back a classic precursor that leads to the butt stuff. If you think Draymond Green Frenching Damian Lillard after a three won't boost ratings, well, maybe sports just aren't for you. All right, that's it for today, and remember that if you receive an F in Todd McShay's draft grades, you must report to summer school. See you next week.